right, guys, you may have noticed there was a little bit of Planet Zoo news today. Not much, but a little. Could you imagine, like, people that maybe had to be at work early this morning and they're not allowed to have their phones out, and they get home this afternoon and they're like, what? Yeah, so let's just jump in. I wanted to jump in and chat with you a little bit about the announcement, about the Australia pack coming out next week. And yeah, we'll just kind of gather our thoughts on this. You guys do not know how hard it was. Like, remember, I got that box like a week ago. Got here super early. Even Dahlia and a bunch of them are like, sent me an email and they're like, we know the box is going to be there really, really soon. Please don't say anything about it. And and I just, kept like each day that went on, and Planet Zoo would put out like their zoo facts and stuff. And I would see you guys talking about like, oh my God, are we ever going to get a DLC again? And you do not know how bad I just wanted to say, guys, chill. Believe me, something is coming. So now it's finally out there. And finally out there for us to speculate on, and hopefully we take some good some good inspiration from what we've seen so far. And I actually, my buddy Claire and we were talking just a little bit ago, and she was saying, and I've seen some people disappointed again about the animal count, but that's not really necessarily our field of play. I hate to say it, but the animal part of it typically is a second thought for me. I'm always like, okay, what are we getting in scenery? What are the wall decorations? What are the props? What are the rocks? What's the foliage? All of that. That is my bread and butter. Just because, I'm just more of like a creative player. The animals are cool, but this is like, this is kind of like, with the lighting, it's kind of like Planet Coaster on lighting and gorgeousness steroids, for me. And another thing too, that Claire and I were talking about is the more packs come out, the more immersion that we'll be able to put into our zoos. So yeah, this is like, putting the designer hat on. And we were just talking about how a lot of zoos nowadays, they're kind of getting away from that just square box and a pond with some rocks in the pen. They're really stretching out, and it's like they're letting these park designers really flex their creative muscles as far as that immersion goes, to making us feel like this animal is happy here. And they're really doing a wonderful job of trying to mimic their wildlife habitats, as much as possible. And that's what I love to see. I love to see these zoos changing over to a little more intimate, and just really putting a focus on how can we get the animals to, hopefully feel that they have a good life and this is what they would normally experience, without obviously being able to provide them, hundreds or sometimes even thousands of acres of habitat and of wondering that they would normally do. But just with, like I see, even on my smaller example, she was talking about Chester Zoo in the UK. Over here, my smaller example, Zoo Knoxville. If you guys have ever seen any of my videos about the Tiger Temple there and the whole Asia Trek area, the Red Panda Village, incredible theming work they're doing over there. Really they're kind of getting into that Animal Kingdom vein, Animal Kingdom-esque type design, when they're thinking of these designs nowadays. And that's how I kind of look at Planet Zoo. The animals, I would love for you guys to, each pack to come out would have 10 or 12 animals and kind of, really bump that up. But as far as I go on the creative side with this scenery, we know in this pack, 230 new pieces of scenery, that is just, that's exactly what I want to see in here. So let's go ahead. We'll jump in here real quick and just look at we'll look at the Planet Zoo trailer, and we'll try to stop and just, let's see what we can we'll go to full screen. Let's just kind of see what we can dissect here. Of course, we start off with our two little kangaroos here. All right, first thing off the bat, I notice a bunch of stuff that I've never seen before. One, these gorgeous trees right here. I have no clue what they're called. Definitely like the bark on those, and I love within Planet Zoo any tree that has that exposed bark. You know, I don't mind a lot of the different variations, but for me, like just aesthetically, when I'm like designing an entrance or I'm designing a habitat, the trees are a big part of it for me. And when the trunks are exposed like they are here on these trees, just visually, it just kills it for me. I love it when they send us in trees like this. And also too, I am loving these little pods of grass. Like, see these new little pockets of I don't even know what they're going to call them, like little plains grass, little like almost like a sawgrass. Really cool. We look like we have some kind of cut off trunk. We definitely have some fence posts right now that look like they're wrapped in rope. I don't want to say wrapped in barbed wire. This piece right here, this fencing definitely looks new to me. Looks really rustic. Really cool on that. And then, of course, our little family of kangaroos down here. And then, yeah, just like I said, gorgeous exposed tree trunk here. Let's go a little further. Oh, white. Look at these right here. I'll have to find a name for these for you guys, but that really killer. Even all the way up into when you get out to the branching, you can still see that exposed bark. Really awesome. Let's take this a little further here. Gorgeous rock work painting right here. I'm assuming that I think even like Claire and I were even talking that this is just a new set of rock work that we'll get that just comes pre-painted. Really cool. And then these new like shading posts. Really awesome. One thing I was telling her that I kind of get from look at these that I kind of get from this pack is, and you guys may agree with me. I get almost like an Avatar type feeling from this pack. And look at that. That looks like what do they call it? Like I forget. They make like aloe vera out of it. Is that it? An aloe vera plant? Look at that. Awesome desert type foliage. Really cool. Even I want to even say that one looks new. Now, of course, I've seen these. These are like the mangrove type trees. And this one right here, I think I've seen before, but this does not look familiar. And then, of course, this doesn't with the very white bark, almost like sycamore looking bark. Bark. Let's go a little further. Oh, got some more wood pieces. Long bent pieces it looks like as well. That doesn't look like somebody went in and individually placed those on that angle. I'm wondering if that's just one large piece. And we have the decorations on them. Really cool. Kangaroo crossing signs. Have to look. I'm not sure. That kind of looks like that could be a part of the new path right there. Remember they said we're going to get like, I don't know, I think I might have been on Discord or Reddit or somewhere. Somebody said we're getting 3 new paths with this pack. And that fencing right there definitely does not look familiar, nor do these right here. So that is really cool. Anything to update our foliage game. Let's take it a little farther. Yep, see these little things right here. Really cool. Like I said, they just give off like a naturalistic Avatar type vibe to me. Let's see what we got right here. This kind of, this might not be new. It looks a little new to me. I don't remember the wood walls like that. You guys will have to let me know, but this just a really cool looking habitat here with the giant shaders. That's awesome. Let's go a little further. Yep, that was, whoops. New little grasses right here. Ferns. Really awesome. I will use these a ton for undergrowth. And they are, okay, it looks like they're eating pizza. This looks like a new little table here. I do not remember this umbrella. And got some new art shapes, of course, some new statues. This guy back here sweating. It's really, really hot out here. There's that piece of wood I was talking about, like the fencing hole. It looks like it has some rope kind of stuck around it, maybe stapled in or nailed into it. Really, really cool. So we've got that path, and we have that path. Have not spied new path just yet, unless that is it right there. I don't remember seeing that orange path like that, so that may be new. Then, of course, we have our Australian wooden wall decoration there, as well as the kangaroos and this adorable kind of like outback, just really rusty kangaroo statue with the little baby down in the pouch. Really, really cool. There's that new bark sticking up. What do we have here? This is kind of like taking us back into that entrance area. Lot of different shade combinations I've seen. Really, really awesome. Really dense back in there. Remember, we're going to get a new map as well. Was that just... Okay, this is another angle of where we were just standing down here when they took the picture. That's a new path right there. Lots of awesomeness going on right now, guys. And like I said, I am living for these trees right now. That looks like some kind of new pool, I want to think, maybe, or I want to say. Almost has like it has a little ramp leading up into it, so that's interesting. What else do we have here? I'm trying to kind of be, I don't want to keep you guys here forever, but I'm trying to be a little methodical and see if anything kind of pops out at us. Nothing really except for what we've already seen as far as the new really awesome looking foliage goes. But yeah, that pool right there, that is definitely, I've never seen that before. Then I think this wraps us up. Yes, that wraps us up. And I guess that'll wrap us up here, guys, until we start getting new screenshots. And I'm thinking, probably throughout the whole weekend now, leading up to, let's see, if today's the 20th. Let's just go look at our calendar here so I'll make sure I'm telling you guys right. So, leading up from now until Tuesday, when we're really allowed to jump in and review this. I'm supposed to be getting a code hopefully early, and we'll get in here and I'll have some showcases ready to go. So don't forget to come back and jump back in and with me, and I'll show you what the new pieces are, what the new animals look like, and the new foliage, and we'll jump in and do all that like we usually do. But yeah, guys, Tuesday it goes down. Don't forget to smash that like button if you're enjoying this video. Thank you guys for all the support. Without your support, Frontier, I would never be on the radar, and I wouldn't get sent cool stuff like this. So I owe that to you guys. And yeah, come back and hang out with me, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thank you. See you guys.